I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going.
Viral.
There we go.
Every direction.
All right. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going viral.
Viral. Yeah.
One of those.
So, Banks, let me ask you a question. Do you have enemies, and who are your enemies? Do you have enemies?
my my enemy, I feel, is my mind.
Your enemy is your mind?
Yeah. It works the most against me. My well-being. It is people. I don't think people are any of my enemies. I don't feel like people are my enemies. If someone dislikes me, they dislike me. I mean, it's that their thing. It only becomes my thing when it hurts me, when I feel, oh, why aren't they my friend?
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I like that you said that people aren't your enemies. I agree. I don't have any people enemies, but I do have enemies. Not my mind, though. I have enemies, behaviors, how about, that I think should be eradicated from the planet. One thing I liked about MLK Jr. was that he had enemies. Inequality and poverty were his two biggest enemies. And I really appreciate that about him. So for me, it's ignorance. My enemy is ignorance. I'm spending the rest of my life eradicating ignorance.
Okay, so how do you do that? How are you going to fight this?
Shine the light. The way to eradicate ignorance is to shine the light in every aspect of that word.
Okay. Be more specific.
Okay, ignorance thrives in darkness. Ignorance requires darkness. The moment you shine a light, the moment you expose it to daylight or to the truth, let's say, to awareness, it fizzles usually, right? You can only be ignorant by not knowing what you don't know.
Okay.
It's kind of, in other words, being closed-minded. So you don't want to know any of the facts. You don't want to know anything that's truthful or honest. You just want to take a conclusion and find all supporting evidence towards it. That's a level of ignorance that is really hurting us right now. So shining the light that people are ignorant and that there's ignorance out there on that information so people can learn and can be exposed to it is one of the ways.
Okay, so shine the light. I get it.
Shine the light. Yeah.
Shine the light. I'm ignorant of some things. I don't know how hockey is played. Do I want somebody to come up to me and say, Banks, you're an idiot. When it comes to hockey, you don't know.
No. I would say, how about negligent ignorance? Ignorance that's keeping us back. I don't mean ignorance in everything. I'm talking harmful ignorance. How about that? You not knowing hockey is not harmful to you or anyone around you.
So I don't know how tax code works, okay? And I'm talking to a tax lawyer or somebody, and she says to me, "You are so ignorant with the tax code."
That's why you hired her. It's okay. So you hired an expert who's not ignorant in the tax code. That's perfect. You're borrowing expertise, and that's okay, right? Which makes you not ignorant.
The point I'm trying to say is, and I think this is where you're getting at, and you tell me if I'm correct. The point is, no one wants to be heard that they're stupid, that they're ignorant of something, okay? Especially if it's something emotional. So how do you shine the light on ignorance without saying to the person, you're an idiot, you're stupid?
So I believe you're talking, when you say stupid or an idiot, you're talking about intelligence. I think intelligence and ignorance are two very different things. Mm-hmm. Ignorance is just not looking at all the information. It's just refusing to consider anything that might be a fact or the truth or to do any digging or research. That's ignorance. I think most people are intelligent. I don't think we're stupid. I think we make poor decisions because we don't have the right information. So that's my enemy, and I love shining the light. And look, if someone still makes the choice they want to make with all that information, okay, I'm not judging. I don't judge that kind of stuff. That's fine.
So when you say shine the light, you have to go get evidence. Right. You're saying, hey, you are saying this, believing this. Guess what? This shows counter to what you say.
It's asking questions. Have you considered this? Or what about this? All it is asking questions. And the way I do it, shine the light for me is asking questions and maybe providing some other evidence, of course, but mostly asking questions. You say this, are you sure? Have you considered blank? And let them just chew on it. Let them come to, if they want to learn more, great. If not, that's okay.
Okay. Okay. Do you, for some reason, I want to go here. Do you ever use religion as a shining light, as saying, okay, if you believe this, then religiously, do you believe this? How do they mesh? How do they coincide? How do they work together? How do, you know?
So you're saying, like, do I ever use religion as a way to
biblical text or church, or if somebody believes something and it's counter to their religion, how, I mean, how do you use that as, I mean, I have thought about it. Then I thought, I have tried it and it doesn't, I mean, actually, I've never tried it.
It's still asking questions. It's no different process. I just saw something, and I haven't verified this, so I'll just put it out there, but Fred Rogers, I just watched the Fred Rogers movie, Mr. Rogers. And he was very, very devout, very, very religious person, very religious, like extremely. But he never brought that into his kid show. He never brought that into his show. And he was still able to tell morals and talk real with kids and all that kind of thing, all the good stuff without bringing religion into it. So, and the point I'm just trying to make is that you can have morals with or without religion. Religion is not, so I think asking questions like, can you not be a good person without being a religious person? Okay. I think so.
Okay.
You know, but.
So when you shine the light, when you ask the questions, do you have one angle that is it mental? Is it intelligence that you're pushing? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? What? You're just asking the questions. However, you don't have to. Do you have a sphere of focus of one, like an MO that you go to? Well, if he thinks this, then boom. Or she thinks this, then.
Just to what I like challenging beliefs. That's all. Whatever someone believes, even if I don't believe it or if I do believe it, I challenge it. Why not? And they may still believe it, and that's okay. But it's still a question.
So why not? So I mean, why not? I mean, why do you want to challenge their beliefs?
Because I guess for me, I just like to make sure that people, I don't want to I don't judge what decisions people make. What I want to make sure, though, is that they're making it based on, that they've actually thought about it. They're making decisions that, you know, that's in their own best interest, based on their own criteria, not based on what I think, but that they've actually thought it through. And they're not just parroting. I think there's too much parroting going on. There's a lot of, you know, people are parrots. I just want to give them a cracker. Every time they say something I heard Trump say, or I heard some other politician or some religious person say, here's a cracker. Like, did you even think about that? Was that your own thought? So that's why I challenge. I just want to make sure people have even given a modicum of reason and thought to something.
A cracker. Yeah. So what kind of cracker would you give them?
Probably a saltine. I don't know. I like saltine. Why not? Maybe a graham cracker. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
How about religious people will give graham crackers and the politicians will give saltines?
Okay, yeah. Wow, I love that parroting. So why do we parrot? Why do we parrot?
Because we don't want to think. We refuse to think. That's part of it. I think we also like to belong to groups. We want to feel welcomed and wanted. So we hitch onto a group. And we join a label, right? We put a label on. We're like, okay, I've got an identity now, but that's not an identity I chose. It's just I'm borrowing this identity from this group. It's just easier. It's easier just to join a group than it is to frickin' think for yourself. Critical thinking.
Okay. Are you a member of any groups?
Absolutely. Yes, of course.
All right.
But I don't label myself by those groups. you're never going to hear me say I'm a Democrat or Republican or I'm a religious this or I'm a that, or I don't do that. I have one label, two labels: freedom fighter and creator.
Say that again. Say that one more time. I didn't catch it. Say it again. You're a freedom fighter.
I have two labels: freedom fighter and creator, and I chose those labels myself. So but yes, I am part of groups that have labels, and that's okay. But those aren't my identifiers. Those are just people with common interests.
Okay.
But it's a slippery slope. You got to be very careful.
I'm a billion hugs.
I am a freedom fighter and creator.
This is going viral.